that. Do you want to do that instead of?
I don't mind.
I teach with them already, so.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But
we'll
it's
do the shifting, it's fine.
No, it's good.
We're not doing shifting now. We're going to do shifting altogether.
Okay. It's just it's only because I was sort of doing my teaching books and I was thinking about the finger pattern thing and this one here. I was going through the book 1 and 2 when it shows the pictures. And this one here doesn't seem to be in the book 1 and 2. You know, the pictures at the beginning of the book. I couldn't see where that one was, so I was wondering, for Barbara, is this finger pattern 1, 2, 3 and 4?
No, we just call them by the colours. And the second one looks very purple, but it's actually blue.
Yeah, no,
So
I know
annoying.
you said that, yeah. But that is a B flat, isn't it? Or a first finger back, isn't it?
It can be anything.
It can be anything.
Oh, okay.
So let's.
That's what I'm not.
Because that's the fourth finger extension for the lily as well, right? That's the kind of thing that I'm not quite sure about. So I was.
Okay. So let's get violins and just do a little bit on it. And I will make sure I'm not blocking it.
Because I can see it's useful, but I don't quite know how to use it properly yet.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
That book's a godsend, though.
I've got a book that you can have a look at too.
Oh, when are you going there?
Oh, bowing by myself.
Never.
Anymore, out of, I can never remember the words, not entirely politically comfortable with.
So with who?
I'm a little monkey.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how you feel about that. Do you still teach it?
Yeah. It depends on
I mean, I think there are many more sensitivities around that kind of thing in America, but I have seen a few posts on the distance learning forum that I've just been like, like one poor teacher saying that she was teaching a little black kid this. I'm not a monkey, and the kid's dad was just sitting there like, and you know, obviously that was like really triggering him, and I just thought, why? I mean, I don't find it that useful anyway, so I use exploring the A string and exploring the E string.
It's terrible. That never occurred to me, but it's really,
I mean, I think it is. I do think it's on the very sensitive side. I wouldn't want to say oversensitive side, but. You know, I think 30 years ago, probably when I was learning it, probably upset a lot more people, and they didn't say anything because, you know.
I think it's because also, I mean, you often call a mischievous little child, "Oh, you little monkey."
Yeah.
And that's what I associated.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just with, just.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a cute thing, that idea of a monkey climbing up a tree, getting a banana and coming back down again. You know, there's nothing.
The word banana is in the same phrase when you're talking about this monkey climbing something.
Yeah.
But if you're just saying some kids are monkeys.
But I think you're absolutely right when it comes to when you talk about
exploring the A string.
It tells you what to do.
Yeah.
And I've definitely got in a pickle with the words.
Yeah. You know, like I learned this stuff when I was 2 and I still can't remember it. Okay, so exploring the A string. So let's just do exploring the A string because then it corresponds very nicely with the red. So if you know what you would say in between, you can say it out loud. If you don't, I'll say it and we'll just play it. So on the A string. Put on 1, put on 2, put on 3, tap your 4. So the benefit of this is that in the book you don't play 4, and I always used to get them to play 4, but then in the book it's wrong. And I kind of like to teach what's in the book because then you just aren't explaining that you do it differently from the book. So I do the tapping 4, which is also like Dr. Suzuki was quite big on the tapping 4, and certainly someone who worked a lot with him was really into it. Anyway, so from the 3 going up, tap your 4, and then you're playing exactly what's in the book. Take off 3, take off 2. two off, take one off. It doesn't rhyme, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. It's not like getting the wrong number of syllables, which is what I always do with bananas and trees.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, sure.
What do you call that one again?
Exploring the A string. And so then, once I've taught that, they can clearly see that they're doing the red finger pattern.
Right.
And then sometimes it depends on the age of the child, but sometimes I'll say, okay, what about if I play up here? What colour do you think that is? Well, that's still red, but it sounds really different, doesn't it? Yeah? And you can do it anywhere, just to sort of demonstrate that it's not
the note.
It's not where it is, it's the pattern.
Yeah.
It's the pattern.
It's the pattern.
Okay.
So what's this pattern? Oh, that's red finger pattern. What's this finger? It's red finger pattern. And they just get to look at where the best friends are.
I see.
Yeah. And so then that's the only one you would teach until you're getting ready for G major. And then we talk about, okay, so 2 and 3 have been best friends this whole book. And then 2 is going to have a little bit of a, I'm not sure about 3 anymore. Maybe 1 would be a nice best friend to have. So I'm going to practice being best friends with 1. And what happens is 3 is sad and 3 wants to come and be best friends with 2 as well. So you have to say, sorry, sometimes your friends want to play with other people and you just have to let them be. And because that is exactly what will happen then, 3 will come down when you first start teaching low 2s. The 3 wants to come down as well.
Yeah.
So you have to make the 3 okay with it and keep it away. So my time. So the finger marches would just be red, ready, and. Good. And then if you're introducing it the first time, my turn, your turn. Ready, play. And you want to check that they've left their fingers on, so they're really building that awareness of the finger pattern. Yeah, and then you can a little bit later on put together, right, we're going to do red and then blue, so it's going to go like this. Because often keeping the fingers down means that there's quite a lot of tension, and it's just not about that, it's about feeling the relationships. So they can sit on the top of the strings, they don't need to sit
inside
halfway down the fingerboard. Good, so then we would introduce each one like that. So do you want to have a go at introducing the yellow? Or would you prefer Jo to do it?
I prefer Jo to do it, actually.
That means you're going to land yourself with green.
Okay. I can't remember how to start it.
So I would start off by saying, your...
Don't tell us what you would do, just do it.
So,
please.
You know how to do your red finger pattern and your blue finger pattern.
We do.
So with this finger pattern, I want you to just remember that your 1 is going to still be in the same place that we've done so far, and your 4 is going to still be in the same place or something. The other 2, we're going to think about that. So, repeat after me. To reach your 3rd finger. Can I have that again because it sounds so nice?
You're a bit sharp though, can you just find exactly the right intonation?
Remember to keep your thumb soft and place your 4 right next to it because they're now best friends. One more time. 3. Okay. Well done. So just looking at the way your fingers were then, I would also say to them, tone, semitone.
Good.
The semitone is where they're nestling close to each other, and the tone is when they're not enemies. They're just not having a conversation right now.
Just pals.
They're
Yeah.
just pals.
Good. And why is there a pink one in the yellow?
Because they really want to focus that your third finger is going to do a little bit of a stretch, and that's the thing to remember. Is that the other fingers, they know what they're doing, but the third finger's the one that's going to be doing something new.
Good. And which book is yellow with a hot pink 3? Nearly all the time that you have something tricky.
Which book?
2?
Mm-hmm. Almost all the way through book 2 and book 3, frankly.
Yeah.
Whenever there's something that's out of tune, it's because it's yellow. Like, there we go. Yellow with a hot pink 3. Okay, and so then can you show us the finger march for the yellow? Last thing. So like we put the red and then the blue together, you're going to do red, blue, yellow.
Right. So red, blue, okay.
Okay. If you had children, you probably would have had a mix of both.
Yeah.
So just be aware. Okay, good. And so then you would just do the green in the same way.
Okay. So if you do, so when I see that green, I now think of first finger back.
So it's not first finger anywhere. It's just a pattern. It's like an arpeggio. What key is an arpeggio in?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the key. Yeah. What key is green in?
Yeah.
Or where is the one in green?
Yeah.
It depends on the key.
Yeah.
And so you can do, okay, well, let's do... Or... The thing I kind of wish that they hadn't... I understand why for the beginners, and maybe it's in the book and I haven't looked at it for ages, and I never kind of used it very much, I just took the finger marches. But... what do you do if you're going to do it in third position, for example? Because obviously you don't have the note below.
No, the marches are all just done in...
The marches are just for...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she does this thing of shifting for intervals, so she'll do these...
Yeah, we don't have
that sort of thing.
I mean, I would have thought...
But she talks about it in terms of intervals, which I think is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, by the time the kids are going up into position, you've got to assume there's some music reading as well.
Hopefully.
And
yes.
There's going to be other elements which are going to help.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you're relying solely on saying...